In this video, I'm going to do a quick primer on smash factor. Maybe you've heard this term on TV before, or read it in a magazine, but don't quite understand exactly what it is. And you know it's good, so we'll also talk about how you're going to get more of it. So don't go away. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. I'm on a journey to hit it longer and straighter off the tee, longer and straighter all the way to the green. If you're on the same journey and you want to get a little bit more fun out of the game like I do, then hey, consider hitting the subscribe button, liking this video if you liked it, and don't forget to leave a comment down below and let's get a conversation started. And of course, part of getting your shots longer down the fairway is maxing out your smash factor. So what is smash factor exactly? Well, as it turns out, it's actually a kind of a simple mathematical quotient. What you're going to do is you take the ball speed, and let's just say we'll take a nice round number of 150 miles an hour of ball speed, and to achieve that ball speed it took you 100 miles an hour of clubhead speed. So 150 over 100 would be a smash factor of 1.50. So some of the fancier launch monitors around, like TrackMan and FlightScope, do a pretty good job of measuring ball speed accurately, clubhead speed accurately, therefore giving us a good smash factor. So a smash factor of 1.50 is known as about the outer limits on legally what we should be able to do, but that's just with the driver. You see, the smash factor is going to be largely affected by how much spin loft there is on that particular club. So for example, a 12-degree driver is going to have a lower potential smash factor than say a 4-degree driver that might be in the hands of a really good class long drive professional hitting the ball 400 yards. Because that club is producing or wasting less energy creating spin and lift, it means that it's going to be able to push the ball forward at a faster rate, creating less backspin, therefore getting a slightly higher smash factor than a 12-degree driver. Now I've got three clubs here. I've got a 60-degree sand wedge, which will have a potential probably smash factor maximum of maybe 1.00 to maybe 1.05. So if I were to swing this at about 80 miles per hour, I would expect to get maybe 80 to 85 miles an hour of ball speed because it has so much loft that I'm actually wasting energy, or in this case it's useful, but in terms of creating forward ball speed, I'm actually wasting that because I'm creating spin, I'm sideswiping it. It's two cars sideswiping each other rather than two cars hitting head on. There's just not as much energy transfer to create the speed. So 1.00 to 1.05 on your shortest club. Then here I've got a 7-iron. And on the 7-iron, a really good smash factor is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.36 or so. So as the loft comes down, the potential for creating ball speed goes up. And then of course the driver is going to have the most smash factor of all because it has the least amount of spin loft. So if you wanted to get the most possible compression by choosing a golf club, you would actually use a 0-degree driver and you would hit the ball right on the level with it, and you would create absolutely 100% energy creating forward ball speed and wasting the least amount going up. But with each club, the biggest factor that controls the smash is how center you hit it. So how center to the sweet spot you catch the ball is going to have a dramatic effect on your smash factor. This is because an off-center hit is going to cause the ball to come off the club face more slowly. So let's say a shot that is hit more towards the heel and let's say a little bit low, a very common miss hit, kind of up in the neck here, is going to create less smash factor because off-center the club just won't trampoline and kick back as strong as it does if it's hit in the center. So if you're down here pretty far low and in the heel, you might drop to a smash factor of, oh, say 1.42 or 1.43. A slight miss hit somewhere around the outer side of this circle here might net you 1.46 or 1.47, and that will cost you distance as well as changing the amount of side spin and backspin that you're getting out of the shot. So if you're really interested in maxing out the smash factor on each club, a good tip would be to get some of the foot powder spray that you see. It's getting pretty common as a tip nowadays. A lot of people have caught on. I talked about this about 10 years ago, but you spray some of the foot powder on there and it will reveal exactly where you're contacting the ball. It'll last for 5 or 6 hits, and then you just do another coating again. And that'll tell you how centered you're hitting the ball. The more centered the hit, the higher the smash factor is going to be. Now, interestingly, another influence that can control your smash factor just a little bit is the ball you choose. So we found out in some of my videos earlier this month that balls are not all the same when it comes to coming off the face at the same speed. Some are faster off the driver, some are faster off the irons. So what we're talking about mostly is the compression. The compression of the golf ball you choose is going to cause a difference in smash factor. It'll be subtle, but it's there. So if you wanted to max out the smash factor, you would choose a firmer golf ball or a golf ball that had higher compression. Let's say like a Pro V1X or a Bridgestone BX or the TaylorMade TP5X. You're kind of getting the idea here. They've kind of titling everything with an X behind it, and that's generally the firmer, harder, higher compression version of the ball, and that's going to come off the face generally faster at any speed you're swinging. That generally comes off the face faster, therefore your smash will be higher. How much is it going to be off a driver? Oh, you might be looking at 2 to 3 points of smash. So rather than smashing a high score of 150 miles per hour of ball speed, let's say you're hitting a Snell MTBX, which by all accounts is the highest compression ball out there right now, and that gives you a 150 mile an hour ball speed, and you drop into a Wilson Duo, which is in the 60 range of compression, and that comes off the club face at 146 miles per hour. That would give you a smash of 1.46. So in this case, you could lose smash with the golf ball you choose because you're simply over compressing the ball and not getting as much energy transfer out of that collision. Now, generally, you can increase the compression of a golf ball, especially on an iron or especially a short iron, by coming into the ball with the hands forward leaning more, the shaft forward leaning more. So if I wanted to do this, I would compress the ball more. Let me give that a shot. I'm going to try to make impact with my hands more forward leaning here. And I did pretty good on that one. It came out much lower, and I did feel like it had a little bit different sensation, like I squished the ball a little bit more. Now, essentially what I did there was, by putting the shaft more forward leaning, I end up de-lofting or taking spin loft away from the ball at the moment of impact, and I hit it more like a 5-iron. So I would get the smash factor more like a 5-iron. In that case, my smash factor came out to 1.41, where normally I would get something like 1.36. So generally, when YouTube instructors talk about compressing the ball, that's what they're talking about, is getting the shaft to more forwardly lean at impact. You're basically de-lofting the club and turning it into a longer iron, which is great if you're coming into it with no forward lean at all. So if you had no forward lean at all on an iron shot, the shot would go more like an 8 or a 9 iron instead of a 7, because a 7 is designed to have a few inches of forward lean. Therefore, you would get a smaller smash factor. So hey, I hope through this video you were able to learn a couple things about smash factor that you didn't know before, how to raise it, how to get more of it, and just what it is in general. Thanks a lot for watching my channel, and I either hope to see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Take care.